issues that you might have when you're trying to create these revolves. So one of them is the axis, right? A lot of times people will go into the top view and then they'll start drawing something up here. And I'm going to use another tool. So each time I'm going to try to introduce another tool here. So I'll use the pencil tool. And let's just say I start scribbling here and then I draw something. And by default, usually the revolve is on the x-axis. So let's just go to the surface, revolve, and let's do it on x. So we'll do it on x, or I would actually do it on y, and if we apply it, so we get a shape like this, right? And that's due to the fact that I drew it in top view, and I revolved it around the y. So basically, I just got this crazy shape because it's really just spinning that curve around. So there's the curve, right? And so if I look at my curve here, there's a few things I can do to fix this. So for one thing, even if I switch the axis, so let's say I did revolve X, I'm getting a shape, but I'm having this shape that's kind of got a few inside out pieces. And so what I mean by that is that they cross the center line. So if we look at this, for example, let's look at the top view here, and let's just go, one of the things you could do is say, show NURBS surface, and I can temporarily turn that off, right? So if I say NURBS surfaces, but I want to keep the curves on, so show NURBS curves. So you'll see the curve there. It's basically spinning around this axis, and it's because I created it. When you create things by default, they're using the world space, but that doesn't keep us from fixing it. Really, the center line is really in the world space, but it's not necessarily using the world space to spin it. It's just that the center of this object used the world space when I created it. So one of the things I can do is just change the center point. So if I hit the home button here, I can go ahead and move this down. And so, I can make it, at the very end here. I can actually snap it by holding the V key down. And you notice how it'll snap right to the end point there. And then I can get out of my center pivot mode by hitting home again.